All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakakudash. Today, in this video, I'm going to be speaking on the time. Is a time for everything, but better is the end of everything. Okay? So let's start in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Okay, so better is the end of something, right? So that could be anything as far as like a relationship. You know, sometimes you may think that the relationship is gonna, or friendship, or any type of relationship is gonna last for forever, right? But in this world, of course, there's a lot of things that can end a relationship, right? Or let's say the end of a thing such as a debt, paying your debt off. Anything you pay off your car note, or you pay off your mortgage. It's better, that the end of it, now you don't have to worry about it anymore. You're stress free. Or a sentence, someone who just did a bid, in jail, or it's better is the end of that sentence, because now they don't have to serve that sentence. So that even goes into, in this world, like in this age, better is the end of this age, of this world. Yeah, it's a lot of temporal things and carnal things that we partake of as far as our heart's desires, like nice clothes, good food, and all of these privileges that we have here in especially Babylon the Great, or just in the world period. We have all of these privileges, and everything seems to be moving accordingly, and you just basically gotta work your job and get your money and buy all these nice things. But eventually all of that is going to come to an end. All of these things are going to be waxed away, right? Or I should say wane away. But that just goes into the time. It's a time for everything. Just like in 2nd Ezra 6:9, how it talks about, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follows, right? So that's a good thing. It's better than being oppressed, or whatever. Every situation that you're in bondage with, right? If it ends, if you feel like it's a heavy burden, if it ends, then that's a good thing, right? So like I said, it's a time for everything. And such as this rulership, the rulership that is the people who ruling now, eventually, they're not going to rule anymore. Just like all the past kingdoms, you had the Babylonian kingdom, you had the Persians and the Medes, you had the Greek Empire, you had the Roman Empire, and then now we living in this empire today, right? But eventually it's going to end. But I said all that to say that there's a time for everything. Let me read it in Ecclesiastes 3, starting at verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die. See, but in the kingdom of heaven, when the elect, when they receive their new bodies, they're never going to die. So once they're born, they won't die, So eventually in this world, that's going to pass away. All right. Death is going to be swallowed up. So now this won't apply to the nation of Yasharallah. But of course now it applies. So that's why it's important to finish your course. You got to finish your course by enduring to the end, so that you can receive salvation. I'm talking to the scattered Israelites, right? But yeah, it's a time for everything in this world right now. So it's a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. I'm gonna keep going down. Let's go to verse 6. It says a time to get and a time to lose. Right? So we get all of them. Sometimes we're able to, with our portion in this life, receive these great things, right? But eventually, sometimes we lose it, and isn't everything is not forever. That's why you have to basically take your mind, your heart, your The scriptures say wherever your treasure is. Matter of fact, let's just go to it. Okay, so Yahawashi said, "For where your treasure is," this is Matthew 6, verse 21. It says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Right. Matter of fact, let me start at 19. Yeah. So it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So you love the things in this world, the pride of life, the lust of the eyes. That's the things that are in this world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes. All these things, they will be, corrupted. Even our bodies are corruptible already. So, if you get a nice car that you just paid off, better is the end of a thing. Yeah, it's good that you paid it off. That feels great in this world. But, you know, eventually it depreciates the value, of course, when you first take it off the lot. But eventually it breaks down, and eventually it'll have maintenance issues, and you put more money into it, and you put more labor just to pay and keep the car up to maintenance, right? You got to change the oil. You have to put gas in it all the time. You got to clean it, and, all the other things that you got to do. Those are that it gets corrupted, okay? The dust settles on it, But see, when you lay your heart on things in heaven, your affections on things above, right? Those things in the kingdom of heaven, they will not corrupt. Your body won't corrupt. Your treasures won't wax old, right? So when I was back in Ecclesiastes 3, a time to get and a time to lose, you got to remember that even if you get something here and it feels good, it's nice to the flesh, it feels good to the flesh, but if it's carnal, it's not gonna be forever. So you can't attach your heart to it, because if you attach your heart to it, then you'll be afraid to lose it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're afraid to lose it, you'll be like Lot's wife, because for wherever your heart is, your treasure is, that's where your heart. What you desire, that's what your heart is gonna want, okay? But so it's a time to keep and it's a time to cast away. So you can't be emotionally attached to the things of this world. You have to pretty much stay on the course, because remember, all is vanity. All is vanity. Matter of fact, let's go to, I think it's in the same chapter. Oh, no, not chapter. Maybe it is, yeah. Well, it's all through Ecclesiastes. Or pretty much, I'll just go to Ecclesiastes 12:8, because the conclusion is there as well. It says, everything, I'm going to read it in NLT, everything is meaningless, says the teacher, completely meaningless. So all of these things in this life, I'm not saying that your relationships can be meaningless, because obviously we're put in certain situations where it teaches us or it helps us build our character, in these trials and tribulations. A lot of these times that we go through in these purposes, a lot of these things that we go through, right? It's a reason, just like I read in Ecclesiastes 3:1, where for everything it's a purpose and a season under the sun, under the heaven. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So everything we handle these things in our life, whether it be material things or whether it be intangible things such as relationships or whatever, anything that can emotionally attach you. But it's really a test to see where your heart is really at, okay? But we gotta remember, all is vanity. Okay, so let's go to 2 Corinthians. So you won't get caught up. Just so you won't be so attached to this world, because eventually you're gonna have to leave these things behind. Like, you can't take these things with you, okay? When you pass away from this world, these things don't last forever. So I'm gonna go to verse 18. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which, let me start that back over. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So we haven't seen the glory and the majesty of the kingdom of heaven yet, but we know that it's eternal and know that it lasts forever. But the things that we see, such as like right now, we see like these concrete buildings or these skyscrapers and these streets, and these places where you can go dine and eat, your favorite place to eat at, your favorite place to hang out at, these malls, all these things in the world, which is have the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Like, oh, you got a nice career, but eventually these things was gonna pass away. Okay, like these things that people attach themselves to, it'll be hard for them to just leave, which is why it's important to have that detachment, just be as a pilgrim on the earth. Okay, use the things of this world, not abuse it. Let's go to it. Let's see. Bang. Okay, there we go. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 31, it says, matter of fact, I'm going to read in the NLT. It says, those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them, for this world as we know it will soon pass away. Okay? So there we go. Everything is vain, right? You just got to remember that. And so here's the conclusion of the matter. Because, no matter of fact, I got to go to Micah to further prove that point. This is why you can't be attached, because this place is going to be destroyed. It says, Micah 2, chapter 10, it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword destruction. So you can't get too comfortable. This is not your rest. A lot of, our people, such as the blacks, Hispanics, the Native Americans, and all the speckled bird, the mixed multitude, the people of Israel that might not look like Israelites, they want maybe they want restitution, they want reparations, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature in this world. But no, that money, that's gonna pass away too. It's polluted. Everything, the money is blood money. Everything has been gotten by wickedness, and you don't want no parts of it. So everything here has been reaped or sown through wickedness, and even though you reap it, it may be like seem like a blessing to you, but actually it's just going to destroy you, because I think there's a scripture that talks about like how a gift destroys the heart, right? But this is not your rest. You can't be attached to this world. It's better as the end of a thing. Going back to what I initially was talking about. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 7:7, because we're oppressed. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay, so those, these dainties will eventually destroy your heart and cause you to fall off. But let's hear the conclusion of the matter, though. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 12. Verse 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So that's the conclusion of the matter, So better is the end of the thing than... better is the end of a thing. Okay? Finish your course strong, endure hardness to the end until... matter of fact, I'll just go to it. Endure hardness. It's all about finishing your course, right? So Matthew 24 verse 13, it says, but he that shall endure to the end, unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, so that's the end. That's the better end part of it. So let's go back to the initial verse. It says, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 8. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. Finishing is better than starting. Okay. Patience is better than pride. So have patience and finish strong. All praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Lord willing, this was edifying. Till next time, Lord willing, shalom.